So I'm working on several motions to bring before the court. My next court date is November 17th, 2025 at 9:30 in the morning. And my first order of business is to restore my competency, because my competency has still not been restored in the courtroom. So this I can talk about. So I sent this to my new Kirk Lundell, who is my appointed attorney in Union County, and then to my appellate attorney, and of course I always copy the attorney general, because these matters are like horrific. But check this out. I'm working on several motions to bring before the court on November 17th. The first motion is for the court to restore my competency, because I was never incompetent. I had 2 evaluations in November 2023, and those 2 psychiatrists did not find me incompetent. I had a mental health evaluation on January 24th, 2024 with Daymar. It was actually a comprehensive, which included substance abuse and mental health, and they had no findings with Daymar, and they did not find me incompetent. I've seen a psychiatrist and my therapist several times, like several times, since this motion of incompetency, which was December 14th, 2023, which, mind you, my attorney went into a courtroom and said that I was unable to understand court proceedings because I have bipolar 2. She did not meet with me for the first time until January 16th, 2024, like almost a whole month later. So she didn't talk to me, she didn't know anything about me, and she went into that courtroom, this is more Nike O'Malley, and told the judge that I was unable to understand court proceedings. That's how horrific this was. Okay, here's the kicker. Not only all those evaluations, but like that wasn't enough, right? Including a parental competency evaluation, which is their guy. They paid $800 for this eval, with Dr. Popper in July and August of 2024, who recommended reunification with the mother and did not find me incompetent. I mean, he did like an IQ test. He had me like playing with blocks, like, really made sure like I was fit to be a parent and I wasn't incompetent. And that's, of course, when they did all that crazy stuff to like try and fool him, but he's a very intelligent man and he wasn't fooled. And they, meaning all these who recommended reunification with the mother and did not find me incompetent. And they have never found any problem with my competency or found that I was in psychosis or anything of that nature. So I'm saying this to Kirk Lundell. Is that within your limited scope of representation to assist me with, or should I file it pro se? I'm also sending this to Attorney Gilliam, who is my appellate attorney, to ask him if this motion will have any negative impact on my appellate situation. So I'm working on, or I've actually already done, a whole slew of motions. Of course, I'm not an attorney, so I don't know, like, I overdid it, where I'm actually still perfecting them. I shouldn't say I'm done. But my first order of business, I'm probably not going to talk about a lot of the other ones, because I'm going to hit them with surprise, like, they're not going to know. I have to give them 15 days notice prior to my next court date, so they'll just have 15 days notice to work on those. But the incompetency is like a no-brainer, because I can't like really do anything or represent myself pro se because of my limited scope attorney. I have to represent myself pro se, and of course I have to restore my competency in order to do that. That's how bad this was. That's how bad I got railroaded. And here's the crazy part. My family, like my mom was all involved in this, my sisters were all involved in this. They all knew more about what was going on with my case than I did. They're mad at me for what they did or for what happened in court, especially like Tom Groendyke and Rita Groendyke. They're pissed at me for what Martha, Katie, and Emily did. Talk about the scapegoat. Like, seriously, they're mad at me for what my sisters and my mom did that I had no idea what was going on. Like, I'm running around trying to find I'm like literally losing my mind because nobody would listen. Like, well, this is why they wouldn't. They deemed me incompetent because I have bipolar 2 and a history of trauma like complex CPTSD. Doesn't mean you can't understand court proceedings at all. This is horrific. Like, this is what they did. Knowingly, maliciously, well aware that what they were doing was wrong. that I did know what was going on. I was a fit parent. This was malicious, but that $50,000. And I bet you my mom matched it. She sold that condo underneath, I'd given her money and everything to put down on the condo. She claims I didn't, but she knows I did. They sold it for a profit of $100,000. Don't think for a second that my mom didn't match Emma's 50 to pay these people off. That's how vicious, vindictive, and psychotic breakish my mom was having. And my sisters were in on it.